Compatibilism. Welcome to Reformation Academy. Today's topic is one that sounds technical before you even know what it means. And because of that, many Christians quietly avoid it altogether. We're talking about compatibilism. At first glance, it feels like a philosophical word for a philosophical problem. Free will, divine sovereignty, human responsibility. Most people assume you have to choose between them. Either God is in control or humans are genuinely responsible. Compatibilism changes that assumption. It argues that these ideas are not enemies but partners. So let's slow down and define our terms. Compatibilism is the view that God's sovereign control and genuine human responsibility are compatible with one another. In other words, God can ordain all that comes to pass, and humans can still make real, meaningful choices for which they are accountable. That may sound contradictory at first, but notice what compatibilism does not claim. It does not say that humans are robots. It does not say that choices are illusions. And it does not say that people are forced to act against their desires. Instead, compatibilism argues that human beings freely choose according to their strongest desires, even while those choices fit within God's sovereign plan. The tension behind compatibilism comes from a common assumption. We tend to think that if God determines something, humans cannot be responsible for it. But Scripture repeatedly affirms both. God rules over all things, and humans are held accountable for what they do. The question is not whether the Bible teaches both. The question is how they relate to one another. Compatibilism answers by redefining freedom. Freedom does not mean the absence of all influence. It means acting voluntarily according to one's own desires without external coercion. Here's the heart of the compatibilist claim. You are morally responsible for what you do because you do what you want to do. No one has to drag you kicking and screaming into your choices. You act willfully, intentionally, purposefully, even when those desires are themselves shaped by character, experience, nature, and ultimately God's providence. Compatibilism insists that responsibility does not require absolute independence from all causes. It requires agency, the ability to act from within who you actually are. Now let's be very clear about what compatibilism is not. Compatibilism is not fatalism. Fatalism says choices don't matter. Compatibilism says choices matter precisely because they are the means by which God's purposes are accomplished. Compatibilism is also not coercion. God does not force people to sin against their will. People sin because they want to. And compatibilism is not an attempt to solve every mystery. It does not claim we can fully explain how divine sovereignty and human choice interact. It claims only that Scripture gives us reason to affirm both without contradiction. Compatibilism often meets resistance for emotional reasons as much as intellectual ones. Many feel that it makes God the author of evil. Others fear that it undermines meaningful choice. Those are serious concerns. They deserve careful answers, not slogans. Compatibilism responds by distinguishing between God's sovereign ordination and human moral intention. God can will that an event occur for good and righteous purposes, while humans will the same event for evil reasons. Scripture itself makes that distinction. Compatibilism matters because the gospel depends on it. If salvation ultimately rests on autonomous human will, then grace becomes conditional on human initiative. But if God truly saves, then salvation must be both sovereignly given and genuinely received. Compatibilism allows us to say that people come to Christ freely because they want to, and that this desire itself is the result of God's gracious work. No coercion, no illusion, only grace that changes the heart. Compatibilism leaves us with unresolved mystery, and many people dislike that. We want a system that feels neat, balanced, and intuitive. But Scripture often gives us truth without full explanation. After all, God isn't obligated to explain His truth that we might approve it. Compatibilism does not ask us to pretend this tension isn't there. It asks us to resist false dilemmas and accept that God's ways may be deeper than our categories. Let me close with this. Compatibilism is not a philosophical trick. It's an attempt to take seriously everything Scripture says about God and humanity without trimming either side. It preserves a God who truly reigns. It preserves humans who truly choose. And it preserves a gospel that is truly gracious. You may not be convinced by it. Thoughtful Christians disagree. But you cannot avoid the question it raises. How do God's purposes and human actions fit together in a world where both clearly matter? If you want to go deeper, two classic works worth wrestling with are Martin Luther's The Bondage of the Will and Jonathan Edwards' Freedom of the Will. I've put links in the description. Thank you for thinking with me. If you found this helpful, please consider subscribing and watching the rest of this series here at Reformation Academy. Thank you. Godspeed.